Hey everyone, Sal with Complete Canine Services. A lot of people ask me what they should do with their dog to mentally and physically fulfill them every day. And a lot of times people only have 20 minutes, a half hour to spend quality time with their dog in between everything else that you're doing throughout the day. So I'm going to kind of give you a little bit of a formula that I use when working with a lot of our client dogs as well as my personal dog to make sure that you're getting the mental and physical stimulation that they need. So to help me demonstrate, I have Rizzo with me. What we're going to do is do an off-leash bike ride to a park about a mile away. Then we're going to do some competitive play, do a cool down session, and then do a bike ride on the way back. So my goal for this session with Rizzo is to keep it right about 20 minutes, all right? I want this to be an achievable routine that owners can do with their dogs, and 20 minutes is right around the time that most people will take their dogs on a walk or play fetch with them in the backyard, and doing this type of session will just be a little bit more fulfilling for your dog. So to start all this off, I'm going to cue Rizzo to go to the bathroom. Really good habit to get into, especially when you have puppies that are having trouble with potty training. So, break, go potty. Now that Rizzo is empty and ready to go, we're going to start our bike ride. Okay, so it took us about 4.5 minutes to get over to the park from the facility. So now that we are at the park and Rizzo is enjoying the grass, I'm going to start a competitive play session with him. We're going to mix in some obedience training along with the competitive play, so we are not just working his body, but we're also working his mind. Boy can't take anything seriously. So for all of my competitive play sessions, I typically like to leave access to water for the dog. This way, if the dog needs to take a break, they're getting a little bit hot, they have that ability. So right about here is when I'm going to start the competitive play portion of this routine. I'm going to give my start cue, which for Rizzo is just want to play. Once I get that started, we're going to start playing. I am going to be mixing in some obedience, working on some impulse control, working on his out, while also making sure that he's playing super intensely, still super committed to the game, and he's having fun. So I can tell that Riz is starting to get a little bit tired. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep playing with him, but then give him an all done cue. All done pretty much means that there's no hope in restarting the game. You're going to drop the tug. You're not going to continue to try to engage it. This is going to be part of our cool down routine, and we're going to ride back to the facility. We've been playing for about 8 or 9 minutes, which is plenty to physically fulfill a dog like this, especially an intense working breed like Rizzo is. So to kind of demonstrate what that all done to you looks like, I'm gonna have him start playing with me again. Yes. Out. Great, all done. Great, all done. All done. You can see, he kind of shook off for a second, kind of recognizing like, all right, we're done now. Let me kind of stress, calm down a little bit. Some water. To kind of help him relax, I'm going to get him some water. I'm not going to put the tug away. I'm not going to immediately stash it and hide it. The tug's going to stay out. He just understands the boundary of I'm not going to continuously try to rebite the tug and restart the game. Mandatory belly rubs. Belly rubs are required for a good cool down routine. So I'm gonna chill with Rizzo like this for probably like another 5 minutes, kind of let him decompress and hang out with me when, you know, not in a super intense state. We're not playing now, we're just kind of chilling, you know, coming back down off the energetic high that was playing Thug. And then we're gonna take a trip on back to the facility. From leaving at the facility to, you know, doing the bike ride here, doing the play session, we were at 13 minutes in. I hang out with Rizzo for another 5 minutes. We're at about 18 minutes total, and then, you know, another 5 minutes back to the facility, which makes this about a 24-25 minute session, which is attainable for most owners, even if they can't set aside hours to work with their dog. But by the end of it, Rizzo will be extremely fulfilled, extremely satisfied, and nice and tired and relaxed by the end of the day. So this is a really good routine that you guys can do with your dogs. You can do it every day. It's super repeatable, and it's really healthy for them to switch in and out of states of high arousal to what are you doing, dude? Switching in and out of states of high arousal back into states of low arousal, being able to be calm, and also they learn how to recognize when it's time to relax and when it's time to get amped up. So we just got back to the facility. Took us about 4 or 5 minutes to get back here from the park. All in all, this routine took me about 24.5 minutes to complete, and that's even with setting my phone up, talking to you guys a little bit. So this is likely a pretty achievable routine for most owners to do, to be able to spend some quality time with their pups, fulfill their needs physically and mentally, as well as just have a little bit of fun as the weather gets nicer. So that's all. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment down below or feel free to PM us. You could also fill out our web form so we can give you guys a little bit more personalized help and advice. Try this with your personal dogs, and happy training.